Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Polygamy
Oh, God.
with a Nerd. I am, of course,
Polygamy with
Stevie
nerd.
B, and here with me are my sister wives.
Wait,
No,
that's...
Wait,
Is
that different?
That sounds really bad.
No,
Sister
she's my
wives?
sister wife.
Oh,
yeah.
We're not your sister wife.
here with me are these ladies
called
who
yourself
are
a woman.
sister. No.
Yes, we're rolling with this, buddy. Keep going.
Oh, just kidding, everyone.
We're sister wives, and that's your boyfriend.
I'm in.
Wait, so all three of you are sister wives?
I'm just the boy. I'm the miss. I'm the
Oh my
The
god.
male-
Miss Door. I'm
the
the Miss Door.
Miss Door?
I guess.
Yeah.
The Miss
Y'all are
Door
so
next door?
But,
Ayo,
what do you
that-
call a male mistress?
I don't know.
Wouldn't they be brother wives?
No, we're brother.
I don't know. Okay,
Alright.
this will be the introduction to Married to a Nerd on our new YouTube channel.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Yes, we're gonna, after that, Heather and I are in the works of planning like a really long anniversary episode.
Steven's
to
in the
split
works
up.
of penning.
Yeah, she's just gonna do what I tell her to.
I'll
But-
sit down like any other
You're
show.
such a good girl.
What are we doing
What
today?
are we doing today? Yeah, okay. But today's talk, and I invited Preach from, NotA, and the debut of Brandy.
It's too late to cover your face.
Yeah, they've already known you.
We've already seen you.
You're already sister-wived. In.
Wow.
This is Preach's wife.
Like all of a sudden
Brandy.
we're a gang now.
Hi. I'm Preach's wife.
But we gathered them
The
here
first
today.
lady.
The first lady, I like it.
That's all right.
Is that what they call the vice president's wife? Because I'm president.
Preach. It's what they call the pastor's wife.
Oh,
The first
excuse
lady.
me. No, I'm just kidding. We're all in this together. I'm sorry. Ladies, please, no fighting over me, okay?
We're good. We're good.
You can have him tonight.
We were going to do...
No, I'm straight. Go
No.
ahead.
You can have him tonight.
Like you were saying.
That
we're
just
gonna-
happened, by the way.
Heather and I, we're going to sit down and have a talk about GTA 5 because I've been disgusted lately by the things I see and hear via the internet and via Wendy Williams. Stupid. Anyway.
Yeah.
But I thought maybe bringing Preach and his gorgeous wife Brandy in would add to the discussion because they actually have children who are like the general effect of what we're seeing in today's, I want to say society, but I don't know.
I don't want to say society, but when you're saying as far as this game, and what you saw at the store, and I know we'll get to that, but it hits home with us because we have kids that potentially could have the opportunity to play this game, and there's not a chance.
Well, I was in GameStop, going to pay on my Xbox One, and in front of me was this kid, could have been in one of 10, trading a bunch of games to get Grand Theft Auto 5, and I was like, what? Of course, I tweeted about it instantly because I'm a tweeter.
Oh yeah.
So I put it out there right away. And I was just like, what is this? Yes, you're being judged. Like, I hate to say that, but I'm totally judging you because, and then with them is like a bunch of like 5 and 6 year old boys. So you know that when they get home, everybody's sitting around the TV, and what? I guess it's different because the stuff in previous GTAs really haven't been that bad and that realistic. They really haven't. They've been good, but they've definitely been clear satire. This game is not like that. You've only watched it for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You've only watched it for
No.
about 30, and you've seen the torture scene.
That's bad.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what? And only they fade out.
Yeah. There was no fading
There's
out.
no fading out.
You acted that part out, but I know.
But they tell you to do it again.
Oh yeah, like you got to do it 4 times.
Yeah.
And if you do all 4 separately, you get an achievement.
Which I did. I didn't know that was an achievement. I just did it and was like, hey.
Let's see. The things you can do are
Oh yeah.
in the torture scene.
I didn't see that.
No.
So.
Okay.
No.
We're getting a little ahead.
Anyway.
Did we
Because
jump
that's.
too far?
I think that's jumping way because that's
Okay.
that's pretty deep into the game. Not deep into the game,
That's
but
not really deep in the
let's
game.
let's start how the game starts off because it starts off like what I would think a typical GTA 5 game would start off: language and killing, and you're robbing a bank.
Right.
Outside of that, it's I mean, it's another GTA game. Like, I just expect that. It's what happens after that. Like, once you get through that first prologue scene, it's where the game really takes a huge turn. And my brother-in-law, Corey Maxwell, and he'll probably be on the show one time.
Shut up.
He is I will just say it. He's a black guy, and he's a cool black guy, and he got.
I'm sorry. I will
I'm
just
sorry.
say it. He's black.
Well, I'm just letting people
I know.
know.
But he's
But
a cool black
just
guy.
for those people that have played the game and they know what I'm talking about, because once you start playing as Franklin, it's inward this and inward that and inward this and inward that, and
Which we don't use in our house to
Yes.
begin with.
He doesn't say it either, and he hates the word, and he said he got a little offended that it was said so much in such a fashion, like it was just one after the other, and it's boom, every other phrase, it was just nonstop. But he said the biggest thing is he was going to let his kids watch him play the game for the most part, and while his kids were watching, that's what it rolled right into, and he was like, no. And he stopped playing right then and was like, I will play this when my kids aren't around, because if this is the route this game is going, if it's going to be on this level of bad, so to speak, and in my opinion, San Andreas was probably the closest. San Andreas is probably the closest to, I would say, vulgarity to this game that there ever was in a GTA. 4 was bad, but it is nowhere near this level.
No,
3
we
was,
own 4, correct?
Yes.
That's the one that our kids play.
yeah,
Okay.
I allow
'Cause
my
it's
kids to play
the
4, but they
tamest.
don't. Yeah, but they don't really do. They don't really play the game like we would play.
No,
the
they
game.
run around and kill people,
Which is what they do in Call of Duty.
stuff
Right.
like that.
So that's how I justify it. Now, granted, there's a little more language even doing that and stuff like that. But I would say GTA 4. They took a lot out of GTA 4. You agree? As far as the whores.
You couldn't do. You know, I tried to do it. I couldn't do it.
The strip club was there, but it was even tame.
It was
Like,
they kept
It was
closed.
dulled, yeah. Now 4 was definitely a dulled down. I think it was dulled down, and I don't know why they did that. And I think because if I do recall at that time, they were under a lot of heat for their style of games, and I know that
Well, it
was
was
in the news
because
and
of the
stuff.
whole hot coffee mod thing.
Yeah, and that
with
was
San
in
Andreas.
San Andreas. But that was a PC version that people were able to port
Right,
into.
Yeah, but if you
console
knew what,
versions.
if you knew what you're
Yeah.
doing, you could mod it on your console.
Yeah, and that's
Not
what
very
people-
many people who own consoles know what they're doing when it comes to modding, but
But
you could eventually. The PC version, it was really easy to do,
oh yeah,
but the Xbox version, you actually knew what you were doing. But yeah,
yeah. But most people use their, because everybody knows you can hook your 360 up or your original Xbox up to your PC, and that's how you would be able to perform the mod.
No, not everyone knows that.
Well, the people we're talking to,
some
that's
people
what,
don't even know what mod is, okay? So let's just go with that.
That's
So
right.
whatever y'all said.
modification.
Well,
They lost me at GTA 4. It's okay.
but that, and that's where my brother-in-law came off with that. Once you started playing in Franklin, and like I said, that's where everybody, I think, realized that this game was going to be different.
It's definitely different, like right away.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like you can. It was funny because Jimmy Fallon was like, "This is the best representation of a video game because you can do exactly what you can do in real life. You can go home, smoke weed, and play a video game. It's just like real
it's
life.
so true. It's so true.
But
I mean, and I'll let you say something about it because she started watching me play shortly after that. Like, she didn't see a lot of that stuff. She picked up a little bit later, and we'll get into that. What do you got? How did you feel? Let me put it that way.
Well, the first thing I was like, I got excited. Well, the M-bombs got dropped, and really I didn't even think much about it. Am I racist? I don't know, but
I didn't either.
It
took my brother-in-law to point it out.
It's expected because I played San Andreas. You're playing as the black guys. You know, it's a representation of LA. That's how some guys like that talk in LA. I mean, I'm not trying to like be prejudiced, but that's how it is. They're doing a representation of how it is, and so that I was expecting it, I guess. Especially when his friend shows up, you knew what kind of stereotype he was, so you knew that was going to happen. So I just, kind of expected it all. So that was like, I was just like, whatever about it. I do remember playing San Andreas as like 16, 17, and my dad coming in the room from like the first 5 minutes where you meet your boys, and he was like, "What are you watching? He's like, what is this? What?
Why?
All I hear is the N-word over and over again. What is this? And everybody that complains about the N-word used in this game, I'm like, San Andreas said it so much more. And no one said anything about San Andreas. Anyway, but the first thing where I go, whoa, was when I went into the... Of course, the first thing I sought out was the strip club. You know, and me, no. Yes, I thought... And I was like, they're like, hey, do you want a lap dance? They're like, sure. And it was like $40. I was like, $40? Let's...
Yeah.
And so then we
I
get
don't even
in
want to
there.
pay $20 for a real one.
Then we get in there and I sit down and it's real titties. And I'm like, so then I start calling everybody. And, and Trex was sitting there and he was like, that's a real titty. I was like, it's a real titty. So I was like, how'd it come here? And she's like, no. Because she knew what I was calling her for. And so we're just watching the slap dance like an amazement. And then you can touch them. But you get in trouble if you touch them too much.
You get in trouble if you touch them,
If
and the bouncer sees you.
Yeah. But if you touch them a lot and talk to them and say nice things, then you could take them home and do the nasty.
Yep.
So I was like, it's like, wow, this is like a representation of real life. But there was one time I got pissed because I did it, and for the first time I was like, all right, I'm gonna get this girl's bar all the way up, I'm gonna take her home, and then I got the bar all the way up, and she was like, sorry, honey, I got a boyfriend. I was like, what? What? This is ridiculous. I spent 5 minutes touching you when the guy's not around.
It does take a minute to do that.
You got rejected even on a video game?
It's ridiculous. No, but I touched too much the first time, and I got kicked out.
Of course you did.
And then I tried to go back in, and they shot and killed me.
Oh.
I was like, you don't just call the cops. What kind of strip club is this?
Dude, I got kicked out and went back in, and all the bouncers jumped. I was like, what is going on right
they were
now?
like, I was like, oh, dude, I just walked. Y'all just kill me for it. But yeah, that was the first time I went, whoa. And then
I
picked up a hooker.
hold on. I was like, you know what? I remember they took this out in Grand Theft Auto 4. I was like, so let me go see if there's a hooker around. 'Cause I'm wondering if they put it back in. Because that was one of the things everybody thought it was so crazy in GTA 3 and Miami and San Andreas that you could pick up a hooker and bang them in the car.
And
So
that up your health, right?
yeah, now that one doesn't do anything.
No,
it costs you money.
No, just like in real life. It doesn't do anything, but it costs you money.
It should cost you help. I mean,
No, I thought it used to be where it would give you health, and then you could kill her and
get your money back.
But-
Get your money
Now-
plus
Your
whatever
health.
else she had on.
You
Yeah,
can
your
still
health
do
would
that.
Your health would go above. Yeah, you can still kill and get your money back. Your health would go above 100%.
Yep.
And it's like your health went up and your money went down. But then when you got out of the car, you could kill her, get your money back. But I feel bad doing that this time.
Yeah, I
I'm
only
just
did.
like, nah, man. She just performed a service.
I will honestly say that
because she has a realer face now.
She worked hard
You know,
for money.
I will honestly say that in the older ones, I only killed them a few times to get my money back. I honestly did what he did. I would just do it to get my health up, and then I would drive off. I'm done. Like, all right, sweet. Now I can go do this mission because I didn't have no health. And so that's why I did this in the first place. Well, now I'm like, hey, you know what? Let me ride around. Let me see if I can pick up a hooker. I wonder if there's hookers in this game because they took them out. Well, guess what? There are. And then you pick them up. You drive to the little secluded spot like you did in the other ones. And I was expecting the camera angle to drop down below the car and it start rocking.
You have your choice.
But you got a choice. Oh, yeah, I forgot. You got a choice.
Of your views.
You got a choice of your views, but you got a choice of your service also.
Oh, that too.
You $50 for a blowjob. I think is it $75?
I think it depends on the hooker.
I think so too. Mine was $75 for her facing you and $100 for her facing away from you.
Yeah.
Okay,
And-
time out. Do I even need to explain why my 11, 8, and 7-year-old cannot play this game at this
No,
point?
no. See, that's what we're talking
Do
about.
I even need to explain it? He just hit puberty. Oh, let me just show you what you can get for this amount of money. On the street. Let's just put it all out there, child. Here it is. You can go out into the world, and you can pay this amount of money, and this should be what you get for that service.
But wait, there's more. You could also get a venereal disease.
Exactly. But, they don't do that public service announcement in there, do they?
No.
No.
You can't get a VD.
That would be amazing.
You get a VD
Oh.
in Fable.
Oh, if you could get one in this...
I would have had one. already,
Because
bro.
there's hospitals and doctors, so that would be
Exactly.
epic.
I would have definitely had one by now.
Exactly.
Oh,
But I'm just saying, that's my point right there in a nutshell.
So-
Maybe get shot up by your pimp if you try and pick her up again.
that'd be
Parents
crazy.
have full control of what their children can and can't see in their home.
And
What they
that's-
choose, I'm not judging, because I don't care. What you choose to let your child see is your business. My opinion, they see enough between school and going out with just us, and hell, we put them through enough at home. You know what I'm saying? They see and hear us. I mean,
Close the door.
not
Not that.
not that kind of
It doesn't
scenario.
help.
But you know what I'm saying.
But-
I mean, we have potty mouths already. So.
TV. Now, granted, I will say that my kids watch mostly
Exactly,
Good
and they
shows.
watch a lot of stuff like
a lot
that.
of Disney, a lot of Nickelodeon, and that's their favorite stuff. But there's still shows on there that I can't stop them from seeing that are going to have this type of stuff in there.
Well, everybody says, well, I give it to my kid because
He's
there's
mature enough.
there's nothing I can do about it. He's going to see it's wrong.
Wrong.
There's parental controls you can put on your Xbox. There's parental controls you can put on your TV. And then they're like, well, he'll just go to a friend's house and play it. Well, if you're a decent parent, you have a conversation with the other parent, and you say, listen, I know you got this for your kid. No judging, but you really are judging in your brain. No judging, but I don't really want them to play it or see it. So if you don't mind, could they not see it? And hopefully that parent will respect it and be okay with it. You know, so you, just because they go to a public school and kids can come home and talk about it, that doesn't mean that they have to see it. They have to view it, and they can control it and interact with it, and actually pull the car over, honk at the hooker, let them get in their car. You can talk about it, but until you actually experience it, it's completely different.
Yeah.
And it kills me. They're like, well, they're gonna see it anyway. Like,
no, they're not. Who would allow their child to see that on the regular just because they can?
Like
you have all the control over what your child sees and what they do. Just because you don't want to be the mean mom or the mean daddy.
Hey, speaking of being mean daddy,
No.
Can I help you?
Yes, Mila.
Can you get this off me for something?
For something.
Come here.
All right.
Hooray.
Pause. No. Just kidding.
Wardrobe change.
Okay, you ready?
How did you do that?
What? All right.
Huh?
Yay!
You're not in there playing GTA 5, are you?
Maybe.
But most parents do it because they don't want to be the bad guy or the mean one.
Well, and here's the thing, and I know this is where we're trying to get to. We both worked at GameStop, and it was nothing. And I don't blame GameStop because they're very strict on us explaining to the parents why it's an M-rated game.
Oh, I would always make it a point to be a dick about it.
Yes.
I would go, this game is rated M4, blood and gore, intense violence, strong sexual content, fellatio, whatever it says on the back.
Yeah.
I don't even know what GTA 5 says in this thing.
It's the longest.
Like fellatio?
Well,
No,
I
it's
think
the
fellatio, I just
longest
made it up.
list
Yeah, they
on the back of
added-
a game that I've
they
ever
added a
seen.
lot
Ever
of stuff
seen
in
out of
it.
any game from working there.
I think, though, they had to pay somebody to not get an NC-17 rating, right? Like, that NC-17, what was it?
I don't remember.
Manhunt 2.
Yes.
Manhunt
Which
2.
is also a
Got an
Rockstar game.
They got a NC-17 rating because of the intense gore. They had to shake the camera to lose the NC-17 rating every time you killed somebody. And I was like, so that gets an NC-17 rating, but blowjobs from a hooker in a car doesn't get an NC. And
Well, you could physically
boobies in your face.
Well, you can physically see her doing it.
Yes.
Short of seeing it.
It's just like watching an episode of Pimps Up, Hose Down on the HBO
what's
network.
the difference between the 17 and the
There's no NC-17 is
NC
like adults only.
Yeah, it's
It's
generally-
not NC-17. I'm sorry.
It's
the rating
adult,
is
it's A
AO.
now. It used to be, or NC-17 was the movie.
adults
Yeah.
only?
But it's A,
Can I have
adults.
some pizza?
Yes,
Yes,
baby.
Have some pizza.
Yeah, it's right there.
You interrupt again, I'm going to GTA 5 you.
Can you get a plate for me, please?
No,
Hey,
just
go
take the
help her out.
pizza with you, baby. It's okay.
Wait, why me?
Just help her out, please.
Why?
Because
Why
I
me?
asked you to.
Fine. I can't go to
But
my-
in video games, it's
small.
adults
I'm
only.
not even mine.
Yeah, it's adults only video
It
games.
hurts.
And what?
Sorry.
She's already got her own pizza.
Just open the gate. What are you doing?
He's squishing his nards.
You're mean.
All right.
Are we done here?
Please edit that part.
No.
Are you getting pissy?
No, I'm not getting pissy.
Stop being pissy.
Oh.
Okay, so
Yeah,
What
I'm
was-
pretty sure I heard worse. This is why I'm never on the show, people, just so you know.
exactly right.
Alright.
What's the difference again?
It's
Adult
AO.
only.
AO is adults only,
Okay.
and then it's M for mature, which you have to be 17 to buy, and it's adults only, which I believe is 18. I don't know. It's either 18 or 21. I'm pretty sure it's 18. The problem with adults only is that no retailer will sell an adults
Yes.
only game.
GameStop absolutely will not.
GameStop doesn't, Walmart doesn't, Best Buy won't. None of the so your game doesn't sell. No, well, the only people who get it is online. So if you make an adults only game, no one's gonna buy it. So for me, it's like, well, they work something out somewhere
They
to
had
get
to.
this M for mature rating because this, like, what now? Now I want to know what warrants an adults only and what doesn't, because this is about as real as it gets.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a scene where you saw Trevor's wank.
Oh yeah, I just did that one.
Yeah, like he bends over and it's like boom in your face, and I was like, wow. But I think
He
they
just
got away with
goaded
it.
us.
Yeah, I think they got away with it because it wasn't like rendered. It was just like bloop bloop, and I was like,
Oh yeah, it wasn't detailed or
Yeah.
nothing. It looked like it literally looked like two circles in a rectangle.
and like a banana. Yeah, and so.
Swear to God.
So I
And you're
don't
like,
think-
whoa!
But anyway, all these things
Why?
considered, it's like Wendy
dude's
Williams
talking-
came out and said she was on her talk show or something.
I can't stand
And-
her. By the
and-
way, not a fan of Wendy Williams because I think she's a racist.
I'm pretty sure she's a dude.
I will flat out say that.
You
I
think
don't
she's a
care.
racist? Well,
100% racist, dude.
well, Wendy Williams on her talk show said that she's getting it. She bought it for her 13-year-old son, and she's like, it's this game. They're killing, but he's gonna play it somewhere else. And at least if I know because we have the game, everybody wants to come to my house and play it. Thanks, Wendy Williams. My kid's never coming to your house. Yeah, they're all like, yay, 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 they're all at your house. You know what he's doing? Yeah, he's getting jobs in cars from hookers.
What?
That's what he's doing, Wendy Williams. Fantastic job. Grade A parent.
That just, it sounds exactly like someone that would say, I'd rather my kids smoke pot at home than go to their friend's house and
Yeah.
smoke it.
I'd rather have all my
I'd rather
friends
them be here
be here and get
and
drunk.
do it. Yeah, and you can be arrested for doing the same shit with drugs.
It's-
I mean, really? I don't. Anyway, whatever. If I don't want my kid playing it, let me find out this child that he's going to their house has it, and watch my big mouth. Hey, come here. Let me speak to you real quick. Let me make sure my child ain't gonna be playing that game at your house.
I did sort of try to find someone to counter this. Like someone who has kids and like, oh, I don't care. Can't find anybody. I don't like. And I brought this up to Heather, and she said that's because we don't hang out with those kind of people.
Well, what it is the
That's
people.
right. I mean, that's
Overall,
yeah,
which is true.
like-minded
But-
people.
But overall, the people that allow their kids to buy these games are people who are not educated on what
Yeah.
these games are.
They're not.
They think an M rating is just something they put on there because it's got a little killing or a little violence or a little language or whatever.
Yeah.
They don't realize that Rockstar is the innovators of an M-rated game. Now, granted, I know they were not the first rated game, which was Mortal Kombat, but when it comes to M rating, there is nobody, and I'll even say it, Saints Row's bad, but there is nobody who pushes the boundaries of M rated on realism as Rockstar.
Yeah,
Saints Row is over the top.
Yeah, it's not like crazy.
It's not
I mean,
realistic.
You do like whack people with big fake dildos,
Yeah,
but it's,
that's what I'm saying. It's not realistic. But
it's
when it comes
different.
to realism,
I
Rockstar.
disagree
Oh.
with the whole they're not educated. Because it's not that they're not educated. It's that they're not willing to take the time to find out what their child is doing.
well,
Because personally, I'm not educated. I don't play games. I don't like watching you do them. I don't give a rat's butt what is on any of these games y'all play, okay? And I'm trying to be polite about it. I'm trying not to,
no, you can say
But-
ass. We're adults.
Okay. Well, I
We're
don't give
rated
a
M for
rat's
mature here.
ass.
Rated for
I
mature.
don't give a rat's ass about what's on any of them. I don't want to watch them. I don't even care to hear y'all talk about them. I love y'all's show. I mean, it's really great. But when it comes to what our kids play, I don't even pick them out. If I take them to GameStop personally, he's on the phone with me because he's at work. because I'm not going to go in there and buy them a game, period. I don't care if it's rated E for everyone, because I don't know that they'll like it. He knows the games. He plays the games. That's his area. I even go as far as to sit down with my children and at least watch one episode of everything that they watch on television. Simply because I don't want them watching no more than I want them playing something that I don't know they're watching or doing. If you don't know what your child's doing, that's a problem, period.
And that in turn goes with what he said earlier. The problem is people aren't willing to take the time to know what their kids are getting into.
Exactly.
We have a friend who works at a game store. I was on the phone with him. I was talking about this the other day. I was like, hey man, we let the kids play GT. He's like, no! But no, he was talking to me about this mom who came in with her 8-year-old. And she's like, yeah, I know I'm a bad mom, but let me get GTA 5 for him. And I'd be like, yeah, no, this isn't like sarcastic funny. This is sarcastic, yes. You're a bad mother. You're saying you're a bad mother. We know you're a bad mother. I'm not going to giggle at the fact that you're saying you're a bad mother. Yes, you are in fact a bad mother. That's just... And I'm out here... I did get told, though, someone said to me, 13-year-old Stevie B would 100% be playing this game right now.
Assuming that your dad bought it for you.
But you do remember what I said to you about that, right?
But it's different now.
Everything is different now.
But what I try to put it as, like, if I was 13 now, would I be playing it now? And I don't know where my dad would be, but my dad, to be honest with you, my dad would probably be naive enough to let me buy the game.
He probably wouldn't know. That would go into GameStop with their parent and say, Dad, this is the game I want, and let your dad go buy it.
Right. And it wouldn't be about me as a 13-year-old playing it, because they said, is it Stevie B talking or is this parent talking? I said it's a little bit of both, because you're right, 13-year-old Stevie B would want to play it, just like a 13-year-old today would want to play it. And that being said, I don't know if all 13-year-olds shouldn't play it, shouldn't be allowed to play it.
11.
He's not even 11. He's 11 and wants to play it.
I mean, so it just shouldn't be played by, I think, as a parent. And I don't know if my dad would lock it down. I mean, I got a hold of San Andreas when I was 16. 16 or 17, I don't know. I think I bought it.
But the difference between 8-year-olds and 16-year-olds...
It's true. It's a big difference, yes.
It's obviously 8 years, but it's...
Because the reason why I got brought up with Wendy Williams is because she brought up the fact of... They didn't say who it was, but it was like a Game Shop retail employee that said of how many copies of the game they've sold to parents and their kids, and how it's a ridiculous amount, and how parents just let it happen. And so she was like, well, I bought it for my kid. I don't care. Like, she was like, I'm hard as nails, pretty much. Like, I don't care. My kid can play it. And it was clear as day, that she just mentioned killing in it. That's all she said. She's like, let's kill him, let's kill him. This isn't Call of Duty. This isn't Halo.
All it is because her child didn't show her any other aspect of the game.
You're right.
She probably sat there, and he's probably smart enough, because he's, 13?
Right, and Wendy Williams is dumb enough.
Exactly. Okay, so the both of those combined, you put those together, and you've got a parent who just sees what their child's doing while they're in the room.
Hey, get out of there.
Sneakier parents
get out.
Creep up on their kids with their headphones on their head and stand behind them and listen.
Yeah.
Okay?
Uh-huh.
And until they realize I'm there, they don't know I'm there. And I'll listen to them. They bust out with freaking this and freaking that. And I'm like, you know what? Mean mom, you need to shut the game down for 30 minutes till you learn how to, clean your mouth up. I'm not going to have my 8-year-old run around freaking this and freaking that and freaking this and freaking that. Because that's right on the door to fucking this and fucking that. So.
What about your 27-year-old husband?
27?
Hey, he's giving you a compliment.
I am usually personally in the bed when he plays his games. So.
The difference is, I guess.
Or I'm at work.
And I hate to say this because it's so cliche, and I tell my kids this all the time. I am 33. I am old enough to talk how I want, to do what I want. I've earned that right. I've been working since I was 15. I pay taxes. I take care of you. I have the right to tell you what you can and can't do, and nobody has the right to tell me, other than her, what I can and can't do.
Good call, good save.
But she doesn't even tell me what I can and can't do. She will tell me, I don't think you should do that, or I don't like you doing that.
Yeah.
But if
And
you
I'll take
choose
it
to,
into I'll take it into account.
you're on
And
your
most
own.
of the time, when she says that, because I like to have a happy life, I
Happy
don't
life,
do it.
happy wife. That's what we promote here on Married to a Nerd. That's our main motto.
But
Married to a Nerd, happy wife, happy
you were
life.
saying, and you said kids are smart enough, and some parents are dumb enough, and they can work that angle. And that's where, in my opinion, it takes the employee. Granted, I understand Walmart employees don't get paid that much, but come on, think, people.
Yeah, they do.
GameStop.
They get paid pretty decently.
yeah, they can take
GameStop.
this.
They told us we have to tell the parent what the game is. With Grand Theft Auto, just for me, I don't just read what was on the back of the box. I tell the parent what the game is, what the kid can do, what they're allowed to do, what they're going to hear. I tell them everything. I don't read the back of the box because the back of the box is vague.
They're gonna make it sound good.
Exactly. But me, I'm like, this is what you're about to buy for your child. And most parents, if you break it down to them like that, most parents will literally look at their kid and be like, you seriously trying to get me? No, I'm not buying that for you.
We did, me and Matt in our day, we probably did thwart some kids from playing some bad games.
I know I had some kids pissed off at me. And you know how much I cared? Not a bit.
Yeah,
Now-
Steven came home he's like, I just ruined this kid's
I
Christmas.
remember that. He was so pissed. But he was like 8. I forget what he was trying to buy, but it was a bad game. Dude,
Better not be there when
he was like, but Mom!
What cracks
No,
me up,
the
though,
man
going
says
back-
it's bad.
Going back to Stevie B at 13. Okay, back then,
Stuff
the world
muffin
was a
up.
whole different place.
That's true.
I mean, yes, there weren't video games like this. No, there were not. We had like Mario, Duck Hunt, stuff like that. And
Well-
then somewhere somebody's twisted mind started coming up with all this other stuff. Which, whatever, it is what it is. Technology grows,
Well-
so does the mind. But so much more is acceptable now that just because we did it when we were younger doesn't mean that our children should be allowed to do the same thing. We used to jump off the roofs, off the roofs
yeah.
of the houses, land on your feet, just to see if you could do it. Does that mean I want my kid trying that garbage? No. Plus, our house is a whole lot taller than mine was when I was growing up. But, I mean, you got to look at it like that. 13-year-old Stevie B, yes, he would have tried his best to play it,
No,
and would have probably conned his dad into getting it for him.
you want...
Yeah.
But,
Well,
Until his dad heard him playing it.
exactly.
well, with you saying that,
And then he'd been grounded for a year and couldn't
Okay.
play it anyway.
with you saying that, video games been around since what, the 70s?
Yeah, they've
Most
come a long
arcade
way.
games, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Bing,
Console
bing,
games,
bing.
have been around since the 80s with Nintendo. All right? Atari. Or, I'm sorry, Atari. I forgot about Atari. My bad,
Hey, P. Diddy, stay out of this.
Atari. But
That was some recent
But we'll
shit
say
with
Atari. But the first real big jump in evolution of video game consoles was Nintendo. So let's think about that. Nintendo came out when I think I was 6 or 7, give or take. Okay, I'm old. Fuck y'all.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's when I remember playing Nintendo.
Dang.
So it came out when I was very young. So let's take that for example. Yes, I know that there was adults that developed it then, but the people that were 6 and 7 with me when Nintendo came out are the ones that are 33 now developing these games. So obviously a 33-year-old, see back then it was about appeal to the kids because they're the ones that are going to get their parents to buy this because the parents didn't know anything about this crap.
Right, but now the
But
parents-
now we're those parents who were brought
That's
up
a good point.
playing video
That's a
games.
really good point.
So that's why games went from Mario and Duck
I can
Hunt
see that.
and tennis to adult-oriented movie-style type games. Because they grew up. The people grew up and developed the games this way.
So, okay.
So
All this being said, I do think, that's why people ask me, I do think there might be, it might be time for a change in the rating systems of video games. I do think, because Halo is rated M for mature, Grand Theft Auto 5 is rated M for mature, and I would, my 4-year-old could play Halo tomorrow,
Yeah.
and I would not even care. Like, Elena could sit here and play Halo, and it wouldn't even bother me in the least that she was playing Halo.
Yeah.
I guess it's a sense of realism. So, because me and my father,
that's exactly what it is.
yeah, me and my father were having a talk about it, and because I get real mad when these games get linked to like shootings and stuff. Where it's like, well, he's like, hey, he plays Grand Theft Auto. He had it in his game library. I was like, Dad, I said, find a 30-year-old male in the United States that doesn't have a Grand Theft Auto game in his game catalog. If he plays games, he's gonna have a Grand Theft Auto. Like that's like saying, oh well, Domino's Pizza and Big Macs caused him to shoot it because he went to Domino's and had pizza and had a... No! That's... Everybody... Like, if it's... You're crazy, you're crazy. And if you're not... If you're gonna find the craziness in a video game, you're gonna find the craziness in music, in a movie you watch. What's the difference? Seriously. What's the difference between GTA 5 or watching Boys in the Hood?
There's none.
You know, so you're either gonna like play GTA 5 and go crazy, or you're gonna watch Boys in the Hood or
but that again,
Scarface and go crazy.
But that again goes back to the parent instilling in their child, this is real, this is not.
And for them to notice when there's there's a disconnect,
exactly.
You go, okay, we need to go
if your
seek
child
some
is
help on
blurring
this.
the lines on that, then that's where you step in. But if you're not paying attention to your kid, you're not going to see those lines.
Well,
and that's when it goes, whoop.
Well, because then it turned into a government discussion because my dad was like, well, there was a place for people like that. They were called mental institutions, but then our government got all crybaby and shut down all the mental institutions. So now those people are out on the streets. And then we got into a political debate, and then we got furloughed, and I don't know what's going on now. But
they all went home to play GTA.
That's right. That's
perfect timing!
That's the meme I put. Because Monday, government shuts down. Tuesday, GTA Online comes out. What's the government doing?
No wonder it's crashing.
Because everyone in Congress, they close the doors and lock them. What you don't see is they all flip open Xboxes. They all have the portable units. And like, bloom, all right. And they'll race down the streets. It's okay, dude. It's okay. We're playing.
Just pass it. Just pass it.
So, I don't know. So it all boils down to this. This whole reason getting everybody together is don't let your kids play GTA 5.
Please.
Stop being so stupid and pay attention to what they play. The problem is that this message right here is going to get to people who already know. And so it's kind of...
So what we have to ask of you people is to share it on Facebook. Put it out there. Share it with everybody you can think of so that people hear that there are other people who think like this. Let
sucker moms like me know that do not play their games with their children. Let them know, because I'm not even gonna lie, I would probably, if it weren't for you, be suckered into buying this for my kid.
Right.
But luckily,
you walked in to see them playing, and then you
luckily did.
but
exactly.
But luckily for you, you're married.
Oh no, my kids are smart enough.
To a nerd.
Luckily to you, you're married to a nerd. But see, like Taylor here, Taylor's mad because I won't let him play this game. He wants to play it, but
and he can be mad until he turns 18. If he's still mad at 18, he can get the hell up out my house.
I think Heather said it best. I think you said.
You got a job.
You get a job. You earn the money to pay for it. Then you can buy.
I don't mean earn money like I don't mean earn money like go
no
lawns.
lawns.
You go in, you clock out, you get a paper and
you
check.
Get a
you
real
pay
man's
taxes.
Job. Yes,
right there.
Yeah,
no
when
taxes.
you pay
taxes that go to nothing right now.
Yeah. When you pay taxes,
they're going to pay IOUs. It's okay.
That's right.
That's when things change.
We're paying China.
And I thought that was a good point because Heather said.
Oh, we're getting into a whole nother debate.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Heather said if you're old enough to work, you're mature enough to work, you're mature enough to get a paycheck, you're mature enough to decide where the money goes.
Exactly.
But I don't want to see that be played in my house. If I see it, I'm going to tell you to turn it off because I don't want to see it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. Because your mouth has gotten worse.
What?
I'm blaming GTA.
What?
For your mouth.
What?
Yeah.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
Take it away.
Hold on. You know what's funny is his mouth has gotten worse because of GTA. My mouth has actually gotten better.
Yeah.
Why?
Because the game has pretty much, he hears it so much in that he's like, damn, is that what I sound like?
I've started realizing that I sound terrible.
Yeah. Which you're hopefully gonna edit this because my mouth.
I still.
Yes.
Look, I'll 100% say that I'm not saying you shouldn't cuss because I still do, and it's just habit. I've been doing it since I don't even want to say how old.
You know what?
My kids in the room. Hold on, but for the sake of my children. And for the sake of just me not sounding like a complete idiot all the time because the only words I know, or because the only words I know are cuss words, I've tried to watch how much I say. Now, when I get around you, and I get around the guys at the firehouse and stuff, not just you, I said guys I hang out with, I tend to talk differently.
Sexist.
But it's just, that's how I feel when I'm around people I'm comfortable with. When I'm around my kids or at my home, I've really tried my hardest to not cuss nearly as much or talk bad nearly as much.
I don't swear that much around the kid.
She calls you out every time you do.
She does.
That's a bad word, Daddy.
I'm like, oh, that was a bad word.
I'm sorry. What were you going to say?
No, you're fine. You know what I want to know?
What? Tell me.
I want to meet the person that said that this was a bad word.
What's a bad word?
Oh, bad words are bad words? Well, no.
Who dubbed them bad words?
The person who got offended by being called one.
But why would you get offended by them? Shit, another word for poop. Bitch, female dog.
Female dogs
I
have
mean,
they're usually ill-tempered.
Well,
yeah,
I understand.
but, I mean,
see, I understand when you call a female that, how that refers, and it's a derogatory term towards a female.
Yeah, but
so that's how that makes that a bad word.
Who cares
But how is shit a bad
who
word?
are you to tell me?
How is damn a bad word?
The
all right.
bad word.
Well, explain.
See, now
Who came up with that word
I don't
already?
know, a high five to them.
Exactly. But at the same time, I mean, like, what were they doing? They just came out with this. Like, I don't know, maybe just somebody stubbed their toe. I mean, I would have loved to
And
been
the
a fly on
majority
the
of
wall
them
when that word
are
got made
4
up.
letters.
No.
Someone was like, let's make up a word that can do anything in the English language.
Exactly.
You can do it.
Bad.
You can be called it.
Yes.
And guess what? Let's make it bad.
Yes.
No, Dane Cook did a thing where he's like, who came up with it? Where it just has the perfect combination of the f and the ah and the ka.
Yes. Yes.
It is a very powerful word. I think I said this. Have y'all watched Dexter ever?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Y'all remember, now I'm way behind, but Dokes, the black guy on the show, right?
You way behind.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, you remember.
I must be farther behind than that.
But
I don't know who that is.
What are you doing?
No, he's
Oh, that guy.
But
Oh,
that
that's
guy.
Randy.
Did,
Dude,
yes.
but look, I told Brandy, I said, I know it's bad, but he's one of my favorite characters on the show just because of the way he says the word. Like, it was so
He has
powerful.
So much feeling
It was
in
like, I believe in that word now. I swear to God. It's like, oh, that's the best word ever. But it's like it's so bad, but how he said it, his acting to say that word was incredible.
Do you think he stood in front of a mirror and practiced?
He had to.
I'm sure.
Because like when they showed his face and like if you really watched, I mean he emphasized it and his lips were popping. It was I was like, God, dog.
Yeah,
Matt
spank
Sarn's
bank too.
big
Whoa.
But it was crazy. And then when he died, I was like, oh man.
Spoilers! Season 2 of Dexter ruined.
Yeah, what, season
I was like,
what,
when
8 just ended?
Yeah, it's like about to go off the air.
Yeah.
But like when he died, I was like, man, there's nobody on the show to say the word "fuck" anymore. Like I don't even want to hear it on the show anymore. So
Deb says it, but
She
doesn't
gotten better at it though. Season 7, she got a lot better at how to say it. Okay, anyway, we ventured really far. Sorry.
Now we're on Dexter.
Yeah.
So we're talking about GTA 5.
No, we're talking about language
that
in
being
general.
said,
This is
how about
our ADD
spoilers?
lives, okay?
It
This
is
is what we do.
too soon to put spoilers out for GTA.
Yes! Yes,
Whoa,
it is!
whoa,
I'm
okay.
calling you out.
Hold on.
What's that place called?
I don't know, but hold on. You know what? The hell with you for liking and sharing the shit, because I almost read it. You and Larry freaking Maynard.
Piggity, sit down.
You and Larry Maynard liked it and shared it.
I did
and
not.
I was like, what is this? And right as I went to click on it, I was, hey, I beat GTA. Whoa, no!
No, we didn't
I
like
hate
it or share it.
Dude.
It's because we commented on it, calling him an asshole, and I liked it.
Dude.
But because we did that, because you follow us, it got posted on your newsfeed.
You know what I did?
wow.
I hid the comment, so I never have to worry about it showing up again. Man, I wanted to call you and cuss you out.
It wasn't my fault. I'm the one that did it. I called him out. Wait, what is it? I don't know what it's called. I don't know what it's called.
Digital Playground.
Digital Playground.
Yeah.
Y'all can kiss our asses.
Yeah.
I didn't read it, but he did. And thanks a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
To me.
Thank you. I did. I just told him. I said, by the way, spoiler alert. This got ruined for me. I'm ruining for you too, Trax.
I'm telling you right now, you tell me, I will slap you. And I'm not even playing.
And then he gets mad at people for getting mad at him. And he called somebody out like, you're big and bad behind your monitor. Why don't you come say something? Oh, GTA 6 your ass.
Wait, in Digital Playground right up here on Two Knots
Yeah.
Road? I'll come to your store and say it.
No, what did they call him?
He called them fun buns. That's a bit gay, isn't it? I mean, just fun buns.
You should have did that. That would have been epic.
I told him not to.
Yes, you did. Fun buns. All right.
Fun bun.
And he just kept getting combative, and then I was like, well, clearly you're not professional, so I'm not going into professional assessment.
That doesn't even sound like
Look,
a
the game
thing
has
that
been
he
out,
was mad. I mean,
what,
that
a little
sounds
over
like
2 weeks now.
2.5 weeks.
2.5 weeks.
And it's a 60-hour game to play through the story. I'm sorry that you have
No life.
No, I need ample amount of time to play the game. I have a family, I have kids, I have a job. Like, I get to play 2 hours a night, if that. And it's pretty much GTA or a chance of sex. I give up my chance of having relations to play GTA. Okay?
That's not going to happen in my house.
Damn.
I'm sorry.
Damn.
But if she's like, I really, hey, I'm okay.
No, I mean...
The game will be here tomorrow. I mean, I own it.
She never says, because if I ever do get that, I get texts sometimes. That say,
while you're in the middle of playing?
Yeah,
Press pause.
I get, no, not when I'm playing. It's never when I'm playing. But every once in a while I get a text that says, hey, I want to cuddle. And I'm like, whoop! That's not what I'm doing.
Yeah, you don't even answer. Like, I don't reply to those. I get those and I'm like, yeah, on the way.
But anyway, it's okay. The point is this: if you're a parent, do not buy GTA 5.
Dude, just
game.
educate yourself about these games.
Please.
Know what your kids are doing.
Know what
That's the
playing.
biggest point.
Any reasonable parent who saw the things that happen in these games and know the things that happen, they're just, it's not. Hold on 1 second. Speaking of kids.
See, we're running a daycare.
Yes.
Speaking of the devils.
Taylor says, speaking of the devils.
Yes. Don't buy GTA 5 for your kids. Please.
Buy for
Even if you think your kid is mature enough at the age of 10 or 11, don't be stupid. I mean, you know what? I try not to judge people, but I'm judging you. Like this 11-year-old young man right here. Don't buy GTA 5 for him. They already know. They're not going to.
The poster child.
Yeah.
See, he wants to play it, but I won't play it in front of him, and I will not let him play it.
I am the meanest mommy in the world.
And that's
But
Yeah.
you know what? But my son that lives in Myrtle Beach wants to play the game too.
oh, you're not mean.
And 100%, if I find out he plays it, he's gonna have serious problems.
Because he'll trick his mom. And
He
his mom
already
knows nothing.
he got away with playing Saints Row. He was like, I was going to my friend's house playing Saints Row. I was like, what? Guess where you're not going now?
That's right.
And he's in Myrtle Beach, and guess where he doesn't go?
Yep.
That's right. So, do your parents. That's right. At GTA 5, you're not going to the strip club. All right. So that's all we're saying. Public service announcement from Mary to a nerd, to one family to another. Whoever sees this, don't let your kids play GTA 5. If you're a grown man, grown woman, have fun. Don't spend too much time in the strip club.
It's like I said. These games were developed by people that grew up
Yeah.
playing video games when we were younger. So obviously they grew up playing, or games grew up with them. That's as simple as that. And they're definitely categories for kids. There's teen-rated games that push the boundaries of possibly being M-rated games that are more suitable for your child if you want to allow them to play a game like that. There's tons of them.
Right. So, that's that. Don't let your kids play GTA 5. CB said so. Preach said so. The wives say so. Don't do it.
Look, don't worry
Don't
about
do
what we
it.
say. The wives said it. The mother said it. That's where it matters.
All right.
But
So,
kids say yes.
And that's the problem.
So,
Kids
wait.
don't run America.
so this is the part where
They do.
this is
Kids don't want
If
our
we all
house.
united,
They will, but not right now.
take over all the
you
world.
definitely could. But that's not gonna happen. This is the part
Yeah.
where you get a kiss on the cheek like this.
Oh.
Like this.
Oh, he wants a kid.
No, him! Okay, I'll take one too. And then you say, Stevie B. Heather, preach, Brandy, out.
Out.
Oh, take.
Oh, take.
Oh, okay, forgive me.